So Stephen Hawking says, quote unquote, we are running out of space on Earth, and
Yes,
we need to break through the technical limitations preventing us living elsewhere in the universe.
I saw that and I thought he was directly talking about GTA 5 when I saw that. Like, he was weirdly tweeting out some message about GTA 5 or something, and it was about the boundary on the map.
I found the X at Del Perro Pier that Ned Luke was talking about. I know exactly where it's at.
Alright. Well then, how about you take
I
us
know the
there?
5 points.
How about you
I
take
know
us
the
there and we'll
five
start
points that we
there?
need to go.
But is your audio
Okay.
okay? Your audio's included, so we're good.
Mhm.
For some reason, my Twitch is not working on my phone. Hold on, let me check. Don't go. Well, you could go. Let's find out.
Look at the photo that I sent you of my map, the folded map, and look at where the X's lead. Look at you can pop that into your phone, dude, and you can
And
take a look at where
your
where
words
the
are like
where those X's
pornography
are.
from my brain. I swear. You're like your words are like words are like cocaine from my brain. they're
Cocaine,
wonderful
no
drugs.
cocaine.
Legal, wonderful medical cocaine and medical ayahuasca.
Let's legalize medical cocaine. Yes, let's get that ayahuasca. Where's it at, bro? No, I'm just
Right?
kidding.
Let's go. Let's
Shit,
speak to
man.
Pachamama. Pachamama and Pachapapa. Okay. I'm going
So,
to my
so
Twitch.
there's a dam. There's a dam in this game. We've got two dams, or what? I think two dams, right? Or one reservoir, one dam.
Okay.
Reservoir, dam.
Damn.
Reservoir, dam. Water, reservoir, refills. Water fountain. Water fountain, you turn the faucet on, you leave the water to sink, you leave the faucet on, it recycles the water through the conventional fucking, you know, forces or whatever you need in the planet, whatever machinery you need to recycle water. And then obviously you need a pump to recycle that water. So think of if you were to suddenly just turn that knob and turn off the water. Now, when you have instant chaos, I mean, obviously, we're looking for a hole in this game, or we're looking for 5 holes, or we'd be looking for, 5 different spots. And then Luke said, you know, 30 miles away from Del Perro Pier, not 78, not 79. So I folded my map in a orthogonal. They call that an accordion fold, and then when you do an accordion fold, you got to do a Turkish fold, right? So you get the Easter egg on the map. You would totally kind of like, if you were a kid, you would totally space out and be like, "Oh my God, it looks like a Wi-Fi signal." This is what we point out all the time. We point all this almost 75% of the time. We look at something funny and we're like, holy shit, look, that stripper's got a G-string on, or, holy shit, it's pink, or look at Tomudoku Girl on that fucking channel. I mean, that's crazy. That's bizarre. Why would they put that?
Hidden in plain
Obviously,
sight.
we obviously conversate about this stuff all the time. So when you fold the map, if you look at your map right now, you pinned it on your wall. And I told you X marks the spot when you're doing that Turkish fold. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and land right here. They give you the eye so that you can observe the sea. They give you the eye so you can observe from perspective at a higher point like Mount Chiliad by air. And they give you one, when you're in the middle of, the desert, because obviously they want you to observe, not Mount Chiliad. I mean, obviously, yeah, they align. Obviously, if you find the observation or these right here, if you find them in the relevance, and we're not talking about just these, okay? We're talking about the ones over in the observatory. You can make symmetrical lines that will connect these to, the entire map symmetrically. Now you got red pill, you got blue pill, you got obey, disobey. If you turn the map 90 degrees around, right? That would mean that, you know, we got to be looking this way, right? Well, north, north in the map, you got to be looking, you got to be looking to your another left. Be looking north, right? So think
90
of
degrees. Orthogonal
the,
angle to the left, yes.
exactly right. The way that you would obey, the way that you would obey. Think of this. Think of this entire map as a faucet or a 11 egg type fountain. And if you were to cut power, if you were to cut water, if you were to cut gas, or oil in this case, being a sole source of fuel, petroleum. Obviously, they give us all these hints with hydrocarbons and H square, and they give us 88, they give us time travel. That's also another fuel that they put in when obviously the Doc gets this futuristic fucking update to the time machine. He puts the mighty herbal infuser on the fucking on the on the car so that you can go ahead and put in whatever item, and it extracts whatever hydrocarbon could be found in that item and fuel the car. Okay, so obviously when we're looking at the map and we rotate it 90 degrees, the pinhole, the center of the map, X, Y, and Z, the center, okay, is Great Chaparral. Okay, and that street is I believe that's Bailey Canyon Road, or I'm not sure what that street is called. I folded my map like crap, and now I can't read it. Hold on one second. Leave Great Chaparral. Where's the Great Chaparral? Where's the shit? Vansanor Desert. Okay, so the Great Chaparral is right where the Redwood Lights track is at,
Really?
Okay, you get an HVI tool there. And what I started doing was I started looking at the maze a different way when this gave me the bright idea like about a week after we talked about the maze logo, when we put up the video about the lines, and people started giving their opinion. Well, obviously, there are people that don't understand shapes in 3D forms. Obviously, you got an X, Y, and Z, you've got a 3D shape. If you put an H together, if you put a V together, and you put a Y together, you get the Maze Bank logo. The Maze Bank logo obviously gives you certain key points of what you need in the maze. You need yourself, you are the key. You've got the Path of the Golden Owl, which obviously you're playing RuneScape in this damn game, You've got the Mr. World type puzzle in this game, and you're inside of a box, a big 9x9 box, and you got to divide by the omega. Obviously, you have omega in this game. Omega obviously tells you something astronomically weird so that you can pick it up. He's your real truth. Obviously, he's gonna see you in the next omega, right? In the next game, he's gonna see you in the next game, in the next construction of whatever game Rockstar has. There's gonna be another puzzle, like there always has been, since Grand Theft Auto 1, since Crazy Mazy, since all that stuff that Rockstar has created. So I started looking at Crazy Mazy, and Dibs started looking at Crazy Mazy, but nobody thought that was a Mahjong. Mahjong obviously is a labyrinth, right? You got a labyrinth, you got Sudoku, you got Kalkudoku. What does Kalkudoku, Sudoku have in common? Algorithms. Algorithms. Okay, so you start with 0, you have 3, you have 7, you have 4, 14. You have numbers like these pop up all over the damn map. Okay, as if you were playing Sudoku, a word puzzle. You grab the puzzle and you say, hey Jane, uh, give me another word for this. You know, segregate and rearrange. The same word, meaning, decipher it back to a different word, which would have a synonym. And I started looking at the walls, and it says one word, 4 syllables. Or it could be 4 words. Or there was different, like, you're playing charades in the game. They're playing charades with you to give you these hints. And you're coming back to seeing colors, psychological colors. You've got pink, you've got orange, you've got purple, you've got blue, you've got green. You've got the RJ45 cables that run symmetrically through the map, showing you the dagger, the Apollo. It says catch the Apollo. Well, where's the Apollo at, man? I mean, I'm not sure if anyone's, you know, in the groups that are looking for this mystery have put in astronomy, have put in trigonometry, have put in calculus, have put in, you know, certain types of variables that a program needs. Because I'm not sure if you noticed, but the first game that was built, that was, you know, a 3D maze, the beginning of a 3D maze, in which ways they didn't know that they were creating, was made by a military computer. A state-of-the-art military computer that would have A equals 0, B equals 1. Controller A, controller B, 2-player game, tabletop tennis, on a military computer in Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada. Now, since the military, you know, made video games, and they obviously had no fucking clue as to what to make of these things, you know, they said, hey, you know what, well, let's just throw the algorithms out there, let's see what people, you know, will do with these. And obviously, you know, here we are today, 2017, we've got a construct that correlates with the way we live in a negative integer, which is also a negative 0, and there is a negative 1 in our algorithm of life. Okay, this goes way deep, okay? And Rockstar, obviously, this puzzle was supposed to be meant to be solved by a 14-year-old. Obviously, they give it to a mature, but why do you think moms let their kids have this game, you know, and play? Because obviously they see things that we don't. If you were to ask a child anything complicated of your life, you being a 45, 30, 25-year-old, and you look down to a kid, you're never ever gonna take him serious. But if you ask him a serious question, he'll come back with the most simplest answer. And he has made your entire day, because obviously you never thought of that. Holy wow. So
Yeah, kids don't have the same filters that we do. They don't have like the same veil, like the same jade that seems to like cascade over our adult eyes as we get over a certain age if we don't like retain our like inner child, you know, our relationship with our inner child to be able to see like a kid still. Which is really great that you bring that up, because it's like the Grand Theft Auto games, like, for years, have been making sure that adults, like, people that have grown up too much, remember to laugh at the stupidest shit. And, you know what I mean? Like, since like, okay, so I remember playing, like, in Vice City. Yeah, like, I remember seeing the dick, you know, on the side of the building lit up in lights. And, you know, the fountain at the top, like a semen. And I remember playing with my dad, you know, when I was like 13 years old and I had a PS2. And like my dad's like, what? He was like 39, probably like 41 or something at that time. And like he was humoring me, and he played for a second, and he starts driving on a motorcycle in Vice City and starts running over people in accident and laughs his fucking ass off because he's like so surprised. And then he feels guilty, you know. He laughs, and then he feels bad because he's surprised that he laughed at something that should be so horrible. And he's like,
you're
yeah,
playing this game,
yeah. And he's also going, and did I just do something that was like a bad influence on my own son, you know? It's like Rockstar's been making sure that, like,